So, we back? Everyone, we good? We're good. We're good. We're back. Hold on. We're good. Okay. Now, we have problems, chat. A lot of problems. So let me There I am. Okay,
Good.
hold on. Okay. Let me just downgrade some qualities here. Okay. So, welcome back to the restart stream. Now, my computer has no programs running right now, so this is what my computer looks like with, like, nothing on it at all. So, hi, everyone. Welcome back. Welcome to the not VTubing stream. Let me just boot everything up here. I'm waiting for some stuff to boot up on the left side here. Yeah. There we go. That was awkward, but hold on. We got to get Visual Studio up, baby. Not Visual Studio Code. Visual Studio. Okay. Holy cow, what an awkward situation. My glasses aren't going to be on there. Glasses aren't going to be on there. I'm going to be pissed. Okay, sign into Visual Studio. Skip this for now, thank you. We want Visual. Oh my god, is there no C for Visual Studio? Oh my god. Wait, which one do I use for C, chat? Ugh. You went live 3 minutes ago? Faye! Yeah, because we had to restart our computer. Also, hold on. I got to awkwardly go into Steam, update Steam, and then I can boot up Visual or VTube Studio. Go C++, thank you. We want dark theme because chat likes it. Okay, Steam is updated. Good. Okay, Steam is now updated. Now we can boot up. Man, this is awkward. Hold on, chat. Hold on. Normally it doesn't take this long. Okay, Visual Studio. Let me just boot up VTubing here. Wow, that is very, very bright. Holy shit. Hey, there I am. There's the goo boy. That's the one we like. Hold on, we need glasses here. You think I'm going to stream without glasses? Ha 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 ha. Ah ha ha ha. Hold on. I've learned how to attach these correctly. It's like right there, right below the nose. Okay, now we have that. So let me quickly boot up my iPad now. So I should be able to move here any second. There we go. Hey. Glasses look crooked. Very crooked. I don't like these. Hold on. Okay, computer is now starting to not lag, so that's good. Nope. Like there? There? There we go. Okay, that's not great, but we'll work with it. All right, let's get down to the corner, and then now we continue where we were. Okay, we're back to square one. Oh, Jesus. Okay. We're back to square one. Everybody's good. I've lost like all of my viewership, but that's okay, right, chat? Okay, we are going to create a new project. No, continue without code. I just want to go from scratch. What the fuck? Okay, I don't care. New project? Oh, I don't care. This is so complicated. So how do I create a new thing? Can I just type? No. There are no repositories. Live share, screen share. Do I just have to create a new project? New project. This will be CMake. Build modern cross-platform C++ apps. No. No. C. Console app. Run code in a Windows terminal. Prints hello world by default. That's probably what I want, right? Console application 1. And we're going to save it to desktop. And you know what? Desktop, and this is going to be programming. And we'll call it console application 1. Create. Console app? Okay, good, gotcha. Oh my god, okay. Run program. Control F5 or debug start without debugging menu. Debug program F5 or debug. Okay, so F5 is debug, Control F5 is render. Okay, so let's try it. I don't know what all these header resource files is, but let's actually learn from the program here. Who made me a bloody ghost? Zrumra. Hello, welcome to the Gary the Restart the Stream Boy, where we awkwardly restart stream in the middle of the thing because my computer had to restart for visual code. The most I have done in programming is scripts. Well, we haven't even done that. Hold on. Go to boom, history. I'm scared of scrolling down on what my history is, chat. Oh. Oh, no, that's me. What am I doing? That's mine. Don't get out of my own stream. Gary, you're conceited. Okay, we want to go to CS50 Lecture 1C.
But now, there is in
now?
the
Okay.
folder in my account on the cloud. Get familiar
Okay,
with it
so
before
let's
long.
try. Okay, now that we have this, let's try it. Let's actually try to make this program in Visual Studio. I don't know if... Oh, I hate all these things. It's hard to move. Okay. Let's maximize. Grab that. Okay, what do we want here? We want hashtag include. It gives me an error. Don't do this to me. Don't make me go right click. What? Hashtag include. Enter? No. How do I do this? Show more results. Yes, I want this. Hashtag include studio.h, this one. Integer main void program print f. I don't know what the f means, but cool. Hello chat /n semicolon. All right, so now if I go F5, build started, project, it didn't do anything. Oh, it debugged. Okay, never mind. Okay, so if we go Control F5. Hello, chat, we did it! We did it! Look at this, chat. It took us, I don't even know what time it is. I was about to say 8 minutes. It took us 1 hour and 9 minutes, but by golly, we fucking did it. Look at that, chat. We printed the thing. I don't like how it says my name. I wish it would stop doing that, but that's okay. Any key to close window. Okay, cool. So if I said, chat has a hairy nuts, I could render without debugging. Hey, there it is. Ah, look at that. Amazing. All right, cool. We did it. Let's go. I'm now a programming master. I do.
Means go into my current folder. /hello means run the program called hello in this current folder.
Okay, that doesn't apply to us. None of this applies to us. None of this making and running thing, right? Because we don't. That's not how we do things.
Let's do this. I already removed the old version, so let me go ahead and point out that if I do /hello now, I'm going to see something.
We already know how to
So now
recompile.
we're focusing on just the output. Yeah. When I keep running make, it creates a new version of the machine code. So
Okay, that's fine. Oh, wait, hold on. Every time I'm rendering it, does that save it on my desktop? It does not. What? Wait, when I render it, does it save anywhere? Debug. What the fuck? What is this? This is a Visual Studio. Okay, so this is the program right here. This is saved as console application 1, but it's not rendered anywhere, right? It saves over the same executable. So if I run this, that's where it is? Or is it this? C++ source file, project file, debug. But there's no .exe, right? There's none of that. Like, if we look at this, this is a, I don't even know what this is. It's not normal. It's not a .exe. I know that. This is like a console application. But I don't know what it means. It'll be somewhere inside the x64 folder. Application. I tried opening it and my computer didn't do anything, and that terrifies me. Run as administrator. Chat, it's not doing anything. Maybe it's blocking it because it's like a register or something. I just want to know how to get to it in case we like, oh, I'm going to save that forever.
Keeps changing the hello program in the hello file, and that's...
Yeah, it opened and closed because the program doesn't wait for it. It just prints hello world and closes. Oh, so it's being efficient. Oh, I don't know how to make it wait, but okay, cool. Thank you. It does work, though. That's the point.
There's no make file per se.
Okay, let's go.
This is into the context of where we left off last time in the context of Scratch and inputs and outputs. So we discussed last time, of course, functions and arguments. Functions, again, are those actions and verbs like say or ask or the like. And the arguments were the inputs to those functions, generally in those little white ovals that in Scratch you could type words or numbers into. Well, C, and all of the languages we're going to see this term, have that same capability. And let's just start to translate one of these things to another. So for instance, let's put this same program in C in the context of Scratch. This is what hello world looked like last week in the form of one function. This week, of course, it looks like print, and then the parentheses, notice,
it doesn't look like that. They're missing an F, right? That's why there's a little space there.
They're kind of deliberately designed in the world of Scratch to resemble that same shape. Even though this is a white oval, you kind of get that it's kind of evoking that same idea with the parentheses. Technically, the function in C, it's not called say. It's not even called print. It's called printf. The F stands for formatted, but we'll see what that means in a moment.
Oh, it's formatted. Oh, I bet it has something to do with like ASCII characters or something, right? To make it not close, you need to ask for a key input. Okay.
But printf,
I don't know how to do that.
Is the closest analogous function for say in the world of C. Notice if, though, you want to print something like hello world or hello CS50 in C, you don't just write the words as we did last week. You also had to add what, if you notice already what's missing from this
Quotation
version.
marks.
Yeah, so the double quotes on the left and the right. So that's necessary in C whenever you have a string of words. And I'm using that word deliberately. Whenever you have multiple words like this, this is known as a string, as we'll see. And you have to put it in double quotes. Not single quotes. You have to put it in double quotes. There's one other stupid thing that we need to have in my C code in order to get this function to do something ultimately.
Semicolon. Everybody says semicolon.
Semicolon.
Yeah.
So just like in our human world, you eventually got into the habit of using, at least in formal writing, periods. Semicolon is generally what you use to finish your thought in the world of programming with C.
What happens if I try to render it without a semicolon? Does it actually stop me? chat/n. Control F5. There are build errors. Would you like to continue and run the last successful build? Yes. Chat has hairy nuts. Okay, so we had a hairy nut output. Okay, so we have a hairy nut output because that's the last successful render. We could not print the new one because there's an error. Does it say what that error is? Failed. It does not tell me. Do I have to like do this? Whoops. No. Just F5. Build errors. Would you like to continue and run? No. Doesn't say what's wrong, so I just have to... Oh, there we go. Syntax error. Missing semicolon before bracket. Oh, and there it is. Okay. And now we can run it. Oh, and there... Okay, there we go. Cool. There is like a debug. Okay, debug works. It does say the error. Yeah, I didn't realize where it was. You can't compile it? Ha! Joke's on you. I did anyway.
All right. So we have that function in place. Now, what does this really fit into in terms of the mental model? Well, functions take arguments. And it turns out functions can have different types of outputs. And we've actually seen both already last week. One type of output from a function can be something called a side effect. And it generally refers to something visual, like something appearing on the screen or a sound playing from your computer. It's sort of a side effect of the function doing its thing. And indeed, last week we saw this in the context of passing in something like hello world as input to the say function. And we saw on the screen hello world.
Okay. So the language he's using when he's describing this, he's saying that when we have a thing we want the computer to do, say hello, or oh god, we want hello world to be printed on the screen, right? That's the desired effect. In order to do this, we run in the compiler computer print onto the screen hello world. Now, what I thought was this is like the primary, like that's the purpose of it, but he's describing it as a side effect that we get that. It's almost like, do you guys know the tale behind Viagra in pharmacy? In pharmacy, infamously, you have programming. You have Viagra, which was infamous because it was not an erectile dysfunction pill. It was actually a heart medication. It had the side effect of also like solving erectile dysfunction. So the way he's describing this is that he's almost like saying that the hello world output is a side effect of what you're actually doing on the computer. And I'm wondering what the main purpose of what are you actually changing on the computer that is not like you get your desired effect, the side effect, but it's just the language he's using. Like, let me listen to the 5 seconds ago.
The world as input to the say function. And we saw on the screen hello world. But it was kind of a one-off. It's one and done.
Okay.
You can't actually do anything with that visual output other than consume it visually with your human eyes. But sometimes, recall last week, we had functions like the ask block that actually...
Yes, because your main program just outputs a 0 as the default output of an integer function. Your main program just outputs a 0. I don't know what that means, but I'll trust you because you're a programmer.
It returned me some value. Remember the ask, what's your name? It handed me back whatever answer the human typed in. It didn't just arbitrarily display it on the screen. The cat didn't necessarily say it on the screen. It was stored instead in that special variable that was called answer, because some functions have not side effects but return values. They hand you back an output that you can use and reuse, unlike the side effect, which again displays and that's it. You can't sort of catch it and hold on to it.
Gotcha.
So in the context of last week, we had the ask block, and that had this special answer return value. In C, we're going to see in just a moment, we could translate this as follows. The closest match I can propose for the ask block is a function that we're going to start calling getString. String is, again, a word.
I'm assuming getString is you have user input now. That's what I'm guessing.
A set of words, like a phrase or a sentence in programming. It, too, is a function insofar as it takes input. And pretty much, this isn't always true, but very often when you have a word in C followed by an open parenthesis and a closed parenthesis, it's most likely the name of a function. And we're going to see that there's some exceptions to that. But for now, this indeed looks like a function because it matches that pattern. If I want to ask the question, what's your...
Okay, hold on. Before we even... I want to try this before we even do anything. Hold on. GetString. GetString. Parentheses. Quotes. What's... I'm going to copy the exact syntax here. What's your name space? Semicolon. So let's render it. Well, F5 first. Build errors. What? GetString identifier not found? Huh? What?
Your name? Question mark. And I'm even going to deliberately put a space there just to kind of move the cursor a little bit over so that the human isn't typing literally after the question mark. So that's just a nitpicky aesthetic. This is perhaps the closest analog to just asking that question.
Okay.
But because the ask block returns a value, the analog here for getString is that it too returns a value. It doesn't
GetString is not a real function. You have to create that function.
just print the human's input. It hands it back to you in the form of a variable, aka a return value, that I can then use and reuse. Now, ideally, it would be as simple as this, literally saying answer on the left equals, and this is where things start to diverge from math and sort of our human world. This equal sign, henceforth, is not the equal sign. It is the assignment operator. To assign a value means to store a value in some variable.
Oh, okay. That's what he's saying. It took me a second. Okay, so what he's saying, ignoring everything else about getString, what he's saying is that because the equal sign is not actually like, it's not a test of whether or not something's equal. What he's saying is that if you write like x equals 1, and then the next line is like x equals 2, what you're saying is that x is now equal to 2 and never equal to 1, right? It's establishing that 2 is equal to the x. That's what I'm guessing is going on.
Read these things weirdly right to left. So here is a function called getString. I claim that it's going to return to you whatever the human types in as their name. It's going to get stored over here on the left because of this so-called assignment operator. That yes is an equal sign, but it doesn't mean equality in this context. It makes things equal, but it does so by copying the value on the right into the thing on the left.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we're not quite done yet with C. And this is where, again, it gets a little annoying at first, where Scratch just let us express our ideas without so much syntax. In C, when you have a variable, you don't just give it a name like you did in Scratch. You also have to tell the computer in advance what type of value it is storing.
And that's where our issue was. Okay, so let me do that. String answer equals getString. I'm guessing this is going to work now. No, it didn't work. What's wrong? String undeclared identifier, semicolon before identifier answer. What the fuck? Wait, string is an unidentifiable thing? Uh-oh.
String is one such type of value. Int for integer is going to be another. And there's even more than that we'll see today and beyond. And this is partly an answer to the question that came up one or more times last week, which was, how does a computer distinguish this pattern of zeros and ones from this? Like, is this a letter, a number, a color, a piece of video? And I just claimed last week that it totally depends on the program. It depends on the context. And that's true. But within those programs, it often depends on what the human programmer said the type of the value is.
Okay.
If this specifies it's a string, which
I get what the point is here, though, even if we can't get it to run. What he's saying is that, okay, you're establishing that the term answer, which is not a function, you're making it so that you're oh god, how do I say this? A string is just a series of letters and spaces. It's like text on a screen, right? That's what a string is. You are saying that the word answer is a string, and the word answer is the function grab string what is your name. So later on, when you tell the computer run answer, what he's saying is like, okay, answer is just a string that's equal to what is your name on the screen, I think. You think you may have strings in C? Those are character arrays, you dummy. Ah!
Interpret the following zeros and ones that are stored in my program as words or letters, more generally. If it said int for integer, it would be implying by the programmer, treat the following zeros and ones in my program as a number, an integer, not a string. So here's where this week, unlike with Scratch, which just kind of figures out what you mean, with C in a lot of languages, you have to be this pedantic and tell it what you mean. There's still one stupid thing missing from my code here.
Semicolon.
What's still missing here?
Semicolon.
Yeah. And we still need the stupid semicolon. And I'm sort of impugning it here because, honestly, these are the kinds of stupid mistakes you're going to make today, tomorrow, this weekend, next week, a few weeks from now, until you start to notice this and recognize it.
I don't think it's that hard to have a semicolon at the end of the line, right? It's not that difficult. That being said, this line doesn't work in my program, so something's weird.
Well, as you do English or whatever your spoken language is. Yeah, question. Good question. Suppose I mix apples and oranges, so to speak, and I try to put a string in an int or an int in a string. The compiler is going to complain. So when I run that make command, it's going to yell at me.
We know.
And undo. So let me switch back to VS Code here.
Okay.
This was the program I had earlier, and let me go ahead and undo my CS50 change, and this time just rerun make on hello with the original version with the \n.
Okay.
Enter. Nothing bad seems to have happened. So /hello. Enter. Hello world. Now, if you're curious, this is a good instinct to start to acquire. What happens if I get rid of this? Well, I'm probably not going to break things too badly.
All that's going to happen is that he's going to have the cursor end, right? So if I do that, what this is saying is like if we do print f quotations hello chat, and we don't put a new line there, all that's going to happen is yeah, there's no new line there. It just, well, here it looks okay. But if we do like, can we do like /n/n? Oh no, it's within the text, isn't it? Okay, hold on. /n/n end quotations. F5. Wait, shit, that didn't work. Oh yes, it did. Okay, look, there's 1, 2 spaces there. Okay, that did work. Okay, I got you.
Hi. Let me go ahead now and do make hello.
We got it. Harvard's going a little slow for me, sorry.
The so-called prompt stayed on the same notation for saying create a new line. Move the cursor, so to speak, to the next. Hitting it just automatically, by nature of hitting enter, does it. But it'd be kind of stupid if when you run a program in this world, simple as it is, if like the next command is now weirdly spaced in the middle of the terminal with the $sign. It just looks sloppy, right? It's really just an aesthetic argument.
Cool.
And notice that it's not acceptable or correct to do this, to hit enter there. Let me go ahead and save that, though, and see what happens. Let me go ahead now and run make hello enter.
My guess is this is going to work. So this is the program. We know this works. If I go in the middle of it and press enter, I'm guessing this works. This should work, right? Oh, it doesn't. Oh, why? Does it all have to be on the same line? So if I have a really, really, really complicated thing, I have to like, oh God, I have to do it all in one line? Oh, Jesus. Game development courses? Chris Whoppers, I haven't seen you here before. No, this isn't game development. This is just programming. Like, this is a Harvard class that they offer online for free, CS50. And we're learning programming basics because I'm a dummy who has no programming experience. And I want to use some of it. Dialogue. Hello, welcome. So many people returning. Hi.
Oh my God.
So
like
why didn't that
4
work?
errors. This is like, what, 10 lines of errors for like a 1-line program. And this is where, again, you'll start to develop the instincts for just reading this stuff. These kinds of tools, like the
So what did
compiler
ours say when we debug it? I'm curious what it says here. It says we are missing a semicolon before identifier chat. So when I did this, it's telling me that we are missing an end parentheses and a semicolon. So it wants this before anything else, right? But that's wrong because this is just going to fail right here. So interesting. So this does have to be all on like one string in order to render hello chat. Okay, I got you. Very exciting. Cheers. Well, thank you. I hope you enjoy yourself. I don't know if you know anything about VTubers, but welcome. I have apparently been following since December of 2021. Sadly, I have no idea who you are. December of 2021. I think I was playing Geometry Dash. I think it was right after debut. So yeah, it must have been Geometry Dash Dialogue.
we're using were not designed necessarily with user friendliness in mind. That's changed over the decades, but certainly early on, it's really just meant to be correct and precise with its errors. So what did I do here? Missing terminating close quote character. Long story short, when you have a string in C, your double quotes just have to be on the same line. Just
he's saying the double quotes have to be on the same line. So what if I put the semicolon on a different line? Does that matter? No, it doesn't. Oh. So the only thing that matters is all the quotes in programming languages, or maybe this one. This entire line has to be on one line, but everything else we can like put into multiple lines. Like that? Oh, hype. Okay. Cool. Now I know. I can't wait to watch someone program while I go like, I wish I could program. Ah, well, we're learning. I know nothing. This is like baby's first programming, so bear with me here.
Now, there's the slight white lie. There's ways around this, but the best way around it is to use this so-called escape sequence To escape something means generally to put a backslash and then a special symbol like N for new line.
Okay.
And this is just the agreed upon way that humans decades ago decided, OK, you don't just hit your Enter key. You instead put \n, and that tells the computer to move the cursor to the new line. So again, kind of cryptic, but once you know it, like that's it. It's just another word in our vocabulary.
That's not that hard. That's
so
understandable.
now let me transition to making my program a little more interactive. Instead of just saying hello world, let me change it like last week to say hello David or whoever's interacting with the program. So I'm going to do string answer gets string.
Jesus. Oh, Jesus
quote
Christ.
unquote.
Okay.
What's your name?
Okay.
I'm not going to bother with a new line here. I could. This is
Okay, so let's try this. So what are we doing here? We are going string answer equals get string quotation what's your name question mark space end parentheses semicolon. Okay, we got it.
is now just a judgment call. I deliberately want the human to type their name on the same line just because. And how do I now print this? Well, last week, recall, we used say, and then we used the other block called join.
That's the scratch or
So
whatever.
the idea here is the same, but the syntax this week is going to be a little different. It's going to be printf, which prints something
format
on the screen. I'm going to go ahead and say hello, comma, and let me just go with this initially, with the \n,
answer,
semicolon.
Let
me go ahead and recompile my code. Whoops. Yeah, it doesn't work still. And look at all these errors. Like,
oh, God. Okay, so hold on. So why wouldn't this work? Let's think about this. Let's try it first. It shouldn't work, right? Yeah, it crashed. Okay, so what's going wrong here? String answer equals get string what is your name, semicolon. Then print hello answer, semicolon. Here's what I think is going on, chat. I think this answer needs to be outside of quotations in order to use it. Otherwise, it just thinks it's text answer, right? I think that's what that means.
There's more errors than code I wrote. But what's going on here? Well, this is actually a mistake you'll see somewhat often, at least initially. And let's start to glean what's going on here. So here, if I look at the very first line of output after the $, so even though it jumped down the screen pretty fast, I wrote make hello at the $, prompt. And then here's the first error. On hello.c, line 5, technically character 5, but generally line is enough to get you going. There's an error. Use of undeclared identifier string. Did you mean standard in? So I did it.
He's saying, is what I kind of figured out earlier, this string is not actually established. We never actually said to the program what string means, right? I thought this include thing would have it, but I guess this is for something else. Okay.
And this is not an obvious solution at first, but you'll start to recognize these patterns in error messages. It turns out that if I want to use string, I actually have to do this. I have to include another library up here, another line of code, rather.
CS50.h.
CS50.h. We'll come back to what this means in just a moment. But if I now retroactively say, all right, what does standard I/O do for us up here? Before I added that new line, what is standard I/O doing? Well, if you think back to Scratch, there were a few examples with like the camera and with the speech to the text to voice. Remember, I had to poke around in like the extensions.
We might have to download something. I don't have a CS50 file, I don't think.
Button, and then I had to load it into Scratch. It didn't come natively with Scratch. C is quite like that. Some functions come with the language, but for the most part, if you want to use a function, an action or a verb like printf, you have to load that extension, so to speak, that traditionally is called a library. So there is a standard.
Okay, so this is where programmers get your third-party tools, right? This is the joke, the meme that everyone goes to Stack Overflow for. Is that what it is? You just download these files? So what he's saying is like, hey, don't rediscover the wheel here. Just go online, download a bunch of functions that have already been programmed by somebody else, like string, and then just use that, I'm guessing?
I/O library, stdio, standard I/O, where I/O just means input and output, which means, just like in MIT's world, there was an extension for doing text to voice or for using your camera. In C, there's an extension, aka a library, for doing standard input and output. And so if you want to use any functions related
Not really, but kind of yes. Oh,
to standard input and
take it.
output, like keyboard text from a keyboard, you have to include standardIO.h. And you have to, then can you use printf.
okay. So if you don't have any included things to like give you functions, you are either A, only stuck with what the actual programming language gives you as options, which I'm gonna guess is just math related, or B, you are actually programming from scratch basic functions like printf, which is probably really complicated, but I'm guessing that's what that means. Good luck and have fun on your learning, dude. In the YouTube chat, I see you lurking there. Thank you.
Same goes here. GetString, it turns out, is a function that CS50 wrote some time ago.
No!
As we'll see over the coming weeks, it just makes it way easier to get input from a user. C is very good with printf at printing output on the screen. C makes it really annoying and hard, as we'll see in a few weeks, to just get input from the user. So we wrote a function called getString. But the only way you can use that is to load the extension, aka load the library called CS50.
Shit!
And we'll come back in time, like why is it .h, why is it a hash symbol? But for now, standard IO is a library that gives you access to printf and input and output related
Those
stuff.
fuckers cheated. Yeah, what's this shit? I don't get no get string function. I bet I could download it, chat. I bet I could download CS50.
CS50 is a second library that provides you with access to functions that don't come with C.
Maki Moshiv, what a weird PoE build. Wait, is there a download file? This is the actual, like, thing. Enroll for free at cs50.edx. More, slide source code and more at harvard.edu. Okay, CS50 Harvard. Via course communities. In web development, artificial intelligence. Oh, wait, hold on. If interested in a professional certificate from EDX, in web development, enroll here. In artificial intelligence, enroll here. In game development, enroll here. The only one I would actually enroll in, chat, if I'm legitimately interested in doing this, is AI. I want to make Sally the Slime Girl real, okay? I want to. It's $300 for 2 courses. Jesus Christ, Harvard. Bankrupting me. Okay, we need week 1, C. So this is our week 1. This is where we're at. Okay. Give me practice problems, sections, magic numbers, command lines. So this is what we just watched. Oh, this is 2023. Oh, shit. We should be watching this. All right. Next lesson, we'll watch 2023 version. Open courseware. Okay. Watch an introduction. Okay. I wish I could download the CS50. Actually, that has to be available somewhere, right? Reddit cs50.h. Why are we using cs50.h? CS50 library, basically training wheels for C programming. C programming is hard. If you like coding and want to practice / have fun, pick up Python, Ruby, or JavaScript. They all came after C, so they are more modern, easy to work with. Personally, I hacked my way through CS50 without much of an idea how my programs were compiling. CS50 does a great, maybe the best job at keeping you building, but otherwise curious how it all works. Keep digging. Oh, because you have to implement the validation on every get value function they made available, which would be a little tedious to do every time. Just search scanf and buffer functions. What? Include scan. Wait, I have libraries. There should be a library here for like strings, right? String.h. String.h. Does that work? Include string.h. Okay, does this work? No! Shit! My coding language is ChatGDP. It's very easy. Oh! Wait. Guys, you're genius. Holy shit. Let's use ChatGDP. Hold on. GPD. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on, chat. Try it. Log in. Oh my god. Wait. Continue with Google. Okay. Gary Gooboy. 10, 21, 23, or 20, 20, 2000. Phone number. Oh my God. Hold on. God damn it. 1 second, chat. Jesus Christ. Oh my God. All I want to do is just use ChatGPT to program something for me, just so we can experiment. ChatGPT. Okay, try it. Log in. Continue with Google. Okay, click that one. Hey, it worked. Oh my God. Okay, let's get ChatGPT to Gary. I'm leaking your phone number. Yeah, sure. That's what you saw, right? Program or what library? What do you call it? What library? In the programming language C, what library allows a getString function? The C programming language does not have a standard library called getString. However, you can use fgets function from the standard library to read a string from a standard output. Here's example usage. Holy shit. In this example, fgets reads a string from standard input, i.e. the keyboard, and stores it in the str array. The second argument, fgets, specifies the maximum number of character reads, while the third argument... Oh my God. Wait, what the fuck? Okay, hold on. What the shit? Define max length equals... We're programming, guys! Okay. Define, I don't know what that means. Define max len 100. Okay. Int main. He doesn't have a void, though. Character string max len. Oh, I see what it's doing. I don't know why there's hard brackets, but so what it's saying here is that, hey, we are going to define at the top of the program in the header. Yep, that is correct. 300 IQ. Okay, so what I'm guessing is in the header, this is what this is called, right? The header, like Microsoft Word. In the header, we are defining the max length of any string in the program by 100 characters, which is important because we don't want like a bajillion million characters, otherwise the computer crashes or something, right? So we're defining here, I don't know what I'm guessing character? Strength, or sorry, too much Path of Exile. String is max length. So we're defining, there's now a character called string, or str, that has a max length of 100 as defined. Print f. I'm not even going to have this. So now we have print f parentheses. Enter a string, semicolon, space, that thing, because I forgot to put one in, because I'm an idiot. Oh, nope, stop. There. Okay, that's good. Semicolon. F gets. So what is this? F gets. What is F gets? F format gets the character that we entered, the max len, again, I don't know why that's there, and then standard input, which was not defined yet, end colon, return 0. So here's my question, chat. We're never going to do this again. Well, we are, but like, is there a way to like, can I just make my own string get? Is that possible? And then have it like, hashtag include easy programming or something .h. Is that possible? Can I just make my own using this? Can I just have get string? It's like all of this. So now it's render, which is this button. Enter a string. Hi, chat. Got hairy balls today. Enter. Hello, answer. Oh, no, I did it wrong. Sorry, I don't know why I put hello answer there. You entered or God. Oh, Jesus Christ. We did that wrong. Percent S, comma, string, or str. Okay, so now when we render, it's hello, chat, got hairy balls today? You entered hello, chat, got hairy balls today. Okay, so that works. That is what we were trying to do with that. Yes, you can. Okay, so if we're going to do this, how do we do this? Let's get out of that. Well, hold on. Let's think about this. If we are creating our own header, if we're defining a new header, this is probably way ahead of where, this is what I mean by bogged down with the details, chat. So if we define a new header, all I want to do is just have it where I'm just want something like hashtag include easy programming.h. And with that, easyprogramming.h, what that means is we now have a program that enters void, apparently. And what it does is it defines a character. It will not print. I don't care about the print part. F gets. We want to make it so that we can type get underscore string. But that's probably really complicated, right? Unless in the programming language C, write a header file that can be used to allow the programmer to input get string as a way of requesting input from the user. Do not use the print.f function. Okay, let's see what it does here. In C, header files contain function declarations. To create a header file that defines get string function for inputting a string from the, you follow these steps. Holy shit! Oh my god, why are we even using Harvard? What the fuck? Oh my god, AI is going to take over. Look at this. It's giving me step by step. Oh my god. Give me a C functions that waits for a string input and returns that string. Yeah, because I think what's happening is it just taught me the exact same thing. What the shit? Give me a C function that waits for a string input and returns that string. Please. No. We'll just be commandful. Here's an example of a C function that waits for a string input and returns that string. What in the hell? This function uses get character to read each character from standard. Oh my god, why am I even writing? Why am I learning this shit? Guys, you could just use AI. What the fuck? AI sadly can't be used to commit arson yet. Remember to free the memory allocated by getString. Free. Okay. It's important to remember to free the memory allocated by getString when you're done using it to avoid memory leaks. I have not done that. Okay, so before we copy and paste, let's understand what's going on here. Here's an example of a C function that waits for a string input and returns that string. Character getString. Okay, so what's going on here? This function uses getCharacter, which is here, and this allows to read each character from the standard input until a new line or end of file is encountered. It then uses real allocation, I'm guessing, to resize the memory allocated for the string and store each character in the newly allocated memory. Finally, it adds a null terminator to the end of the string and returns the pointer to it. Holy shit, can I just copy and paste this? To use this function in your program, you can call it like this. To use this function in your program, you can call it like this. GetString. Okay, so how do I do this? So this is character getString. So this whole program here, what it's saying is, do I just create a new header file and just use that? You think I don't use AI to write code in languages I don't understand? Oh, so hold on. So if I create a new header file, which I'm guessing this is .h header files. If I create a new header file, I can use in my main program hashtag include that? To use this function in your program, you can call it like this. Studio IO int main printf get string. Yep. Okay. What? Oh, I can call it whatever I want. Okay. Well, let's do that. Let's go file, new. No, I don't want a new project, do I? Header files. Could I? It's not really easy to move this, is it? So file, new, project, header. Nope, console. It is a console. Okay, that's right. Okay, so I can use this. So let's copy and paste this. Now, the reason I'm copying and pasting here is because I'm going to come back and learn it later, but we got to keep up with CS50 here. So this is how I would do it. Now, how do I do this? This is called get string. Okay, perfect. Okay. Now, I just save it? There were build errors. Uh-oh. Equal sign cannot convert character void x to character. Whoa, Jesus. Okay. Character is get string. Okay, so this is all correct, I think. What's wrong with this? To use this function in your program. So if I copy and paste this and I put it below, does this work? I don't even know. No, it doesn't. Why? Line 9 here. Equal sign cannot convert from void star to character star. Conversion from void to pointer. Uses get character to read each character. Reallocation to resize the memory. Interesting. Am I doing something wrong, I wonder? By I'm something wrong, is AI doing something wrong? All I want to do is just have it where when we use the stupid, this guy, well, CS50, basically what I want is to be able to use their equivalent of CS50. Just basically he's saying like, hey, don't bog yourself down with this. Like, let's focus on other things. That's what I'm trying to do. So if that's the case, why doesn't this work? I must be doing something wrong. Applications. File. Clone. Add. How do I add this program to... How do I make this program into a header file? Talk to me like I'm a beginner programmer. Sure, I'd be happy to tell you turn your program into a header file! Explanation point. Sure, let's make sure we understand what a header is. I know what it is, I think. AI is trying to convert the array of characters into a single character. Just tell the AI the error you are getting. Holy shit! Let's call it getString.a. Okay, let's say you have a program that rings a string input from the user and returns that string. To return this program into a header file, you need to do the following. What the fuck? The purpose of the header file is to declare the functions that are defined in other sources of the files that can be used in your program. Now, let's say you have a program that reads a string input from the user and returns that string. To turn this program into a header file, you need to do the following. Create a new file with the .h file extension, which I did not do. The fuck? How do I even do that? Is this a .h file extension? I don't think it is. I think it's a .ccp file extension, right? That is what's happening? Uh-oh. No, go back in. Don't save. File, new. Is it a repository? Can you pass me the get string code? Sure. Copy, paste. I don't know how well that worked, but there you go. I could also paste it in Discord, I guess. Oh, it's so much cleaner in Discord. Use Discord. Look at that. So much cleaner. Okay, so. Okay, so. If that's the case, what's going on here? Scanf, fscanf. Add a function declaration for getString at the top of the file. Define getString int. Oh, God. Okay, code goes here, getString. If indef directive checks whether getString.h macro has been defined, which will happen if the header file is already included. If not, define the macro. Save the files as getStringx. Great, you now have a header file included other C courses to provide getString function reading strap. Okay, the AI is really, really smart, and I'm sure if I followed this to a T, I would understand how to do this correctly. So I don't know how to create a new file called getString.h, unless you're talking like Notepad or something. So new file. Oh! We're going to call it C# Visual Basic text file? .txt, no. Close. File, new. File. Header? Oh, there we go. .h. Okay. Oh. Okay. So we want to... Do I just paste that whole thing again? So is that it? Okay, hold on. Create a new file with the .h extension. Copy the entire code of your program. We did that. Remove the main function from the code, which we don't have. It is not needed for a header file. I think that's right. Replace any printf or scanf calls with fprintf or fscanf. Currently not a problem, I think. Respectively, use stdin and stdiout input-output stream as header files. It should not use standard IO functions. For example, replace this line with this line. Oh, God. Oh, Jesus Christ. All I want to do is just be able to ask the cute questions. This is so complicated. Jesus Christ. Okay, hold on. What did it say it wanted? And use st standard in and standard out as the input-output streams, as header files should not use standard IO functions. Okay. So it's telling me, is there anything in here that's not standard IO? I have no idea what half of this means, but that's fine, right? It's like a temporary fix. This is just like a temporary thing, so we learn how to like get string easily. That's the whole point of this. That's all we're doing is just making a function without knowing what we're doing, because we don't have the access to the CS50 Harvard files. So to include the guard at the top of the file to prevent multiple inclusions. Okay. What do we got here? Add a function declaration for getString at the function at the top of the file. The declaration should specify the return type and the arguments. For example, that. Okay, we have that. That's perfect. No, it's not perfect. There's no semicolon there. Why? Why is there no semicolon? Is that bad? Maybe. I don't know. Add a function getString at the top of the file. The declaration should specify the return type and the arguments. So does that mean I need to be like this? Is this what I'm doing? No way, right? Or is this saying that when I actually program with it, that's what I do? So many questions. Add an include guard at the top of the file to prevent multiple inclusions of the header file. This is done by adding following lines to the top of the file. Okay, that's easy. Code goes here. Ooh, maybe that should go at the top, huh? Boom. And then code goes here, which is and if. Get string. Okay. And it checks whether that macro has already been defined, which would happen if the header file has already been included. If not, define the macro includes code. Save the file as getString.h. That's it. You now have from the string input from the user. Oh, is that it? Is that all? We don't need to do anything else. File. We want to save it as what? As getString.h. File. Save as getString.h. Underscore string. So the getString function is correct. Okay. Save. Did that work? Let's find out. File. New project, console application, next. Sure. Okay. Never mind. I did something wrong here. This is a C# program. Project, console app. No, we wanted C for C++. Ah, that's what we wanted. Don't save. Okay, cool. Okay, so now we have boom include get string, and that's it, right? And then we have boom include studio.h. Oops, I forgot the .h. And then we have our stupid freaking original thing. Which I even forgot what we were like doing here. This. Oh my god, please let me see the program. Jesus, let me see the program. Close enough. Okay. So now, all that said and done, now let's actually program. So now that we've established that. Int main void, still don't know what that means. String. Ooh, did we define string, chat? Answer equals get string, parentheses, what's your name, space, semicolon, print f, hello, answer, /n. So something's wrong here, I think. Hold on, let's try it. I don't think this is going to work. Yeah, so what's wrong here? Is it because we can't define what string is? Cannot open file getString.h. No such file or directory. What? Did I not save it? Did I not save it? Okay, so this is get string. Okay, so this is the get string. This is what we just did to establish a get string header, but it's not defined. It needs to be in the header files folder. Isn't that where it is right now? Source repos. Oh. Hold on, chat. I see. So let's grab that, put it over here. Okay, so that's the get string file. Now, how do we move that into the header files? Can I just move that in there? Did that work? Or is that temporary? Now can we do it? Failed. No such file or directory. So does that not work? Get string. Get string.h. get string.h, include. Should it be below it? Excuse me. Okay, so let's try that. No. So it still doesn't read it. It needs to be in the header files folder. Is that not what we did? Get string.h and get string. These are both the same program. Are you saying this whole thing needs to be named get string.h? Put your mouse over it, the include in red. Oh, okay. Put your mouse over the include in red. Cannot open source file get underscore string.h. Which we currently don't have because it's named get string. So if I, oh, no, that won't work. Get string.h, that's this file. This should work, right? Is this not defined correctly on the top here? Is that what it is? Define get string. Oh, it's all capitalized. Does that make a difference? No, it is named correctly. I wonder if it's the capitalization. Get string. Nope. Failed for get string.h. No file or directory. Oh, underscore? I doubt this will make a difference. Nope, it's even worse. Maybe get string. It has to be a header, right? Huh. I wonder what's wrong here. Let's ask the AI. It doesn't work. The compiler is saying, or there is an error saying no such file exists in the header folder. It sounds like you might be having trouble including your header file into your program. Here are some things you can check. Make sure your header file is in the correct directory. If you include a header file in your program using the hashtag include directive, the compiler looks for the header file in the directory specified by the include path. By default, the compiler looks for header files in the standard system directories as well as any directories by the .i. If your header file is not one of these directories, you may need to specify the .i. Okay, what? So let's look at this. So go to, wait, does it putting it in the header files here, does that not work? So let's remove this. So we're clean here. Try deleting getString.h from include, see if it auto-completes. From include? Oh, see if it auto-completes. Oh, I see what you're saying. Okay. No, because the getString function doesn't mean anything. It doesn't include anything. It does not autocomplete. GetString not found, syntax error, string undeclared identifier, this thing. Actually, I don't even know if we can run this with that. Is there a simpler way to test this, I guess? So, can we scope to this? New solution. What's this? Whoa, Control Z. Ah! Don't scope to this. Don't scope to this. Unscope. Zoom out. Home. There we go. So let's delete this. So header files. Can we... How do I open this? Properties. There are no properties. So Visual Studio. Let's just open up the... Okay, Visual Studio 2022 does not mean anything. I just wanted the original file here. Visual Studio. Okay. Visual Studio Tools. That's bad. Visual Studio 2022. Tools. Okay. Terrible. All I want to do is just have the original file here. 4:13, 5:12 p.m. So this is when I installed it. Start menu programs, start menu programs. I don't want start menu programs. I want Visual Studio. I want all of it. Type include things to see if it auto-completes it that way. So get string.h, and then we put, boom, include, whoa. Hashtag include brackets render. Nope, doesn't work because cannot open file to include nothing, no such file or directory. So we're going to try adding the getString directly to a header file that the program points to. Guys, this is so fucking complicated. All I wanted to do was just make a cute little program. System32 logs. Jesus. All I want to do is just add the header file because I cannot find the original Windows directory for this unless I go like local disk. Probably program files. No. Program files? Yes. 413.570. Client configuration. Client configuration. No. What's Twitch Leecher? Wait, what's Twitch Leecher? Why is this program on my computer? Swift shader. Locales. Don't know what that's about. You need to put your cursor, the little bar to the type, inside the two brackets to the include and press Control Enter to see what the autocomplete says. Control Enter. Whoops. Control Enter. Doesn't do anything. It just creates a new line. To see the autocomplete options. Yeah, Control Enter just like creates a new line when I do this. Put your cursor, the little bar to type. I can tell you just copy and pasted that because you specified what that is. Okay, Visual Studio. Let's open that. Does that work? Code snippets. C++. Code snippets. Nothing. No, it's not that. I'm surprised Visual Studio has like absolutely no directory for me to like mess with. That's so weird. Why wouldn't it let me do this? Why is this so complex? Guys, I could make so much fucking money if I made a compiler that actually fucking worked. Not worked, but like it made shit like finding the directory simple. You would think in 2023 it would be an easy thing, right? All I need to do is find the original header files. You'd think if I right click it and put like get to it or something. New editor config, properties. There are no properties. That's why we told you not to go see Copium. No, guys, listen. All right, this is not a Copium stream. Okay? Listen, this is what we're going to do. We are going to go to project, connected devices, nothing. Add a new item. Show all templates. Doesn't matter. Header file. Okay, header file. What we're going to do is we're going to remove. And we're in this header, we're going to put in this string. Header.h. Okay, cool. Now we're going to go to the original project. Include header.h. What happens? No such file exists. What in the hell? I must have messed up this. No, I didn't, because nothing was saved here. Okay, this is there. Okay. Okay, now if we render, doesn't work. No such file exists. What the fuck? Oh, wait, hold on. Copy, paste. Okay, now render. Oh, define as get string.h. Okay. Get string.h. Right? Underscore h. Oh, get string underscore h. Does that matter? No, it failed. Get string.h? What the hell is going on? I am so confused. What is like the goal here though? The header file is being included. Code goes here. Okay, what do we got here? Make sure the file names hashtag include directive matches the file name of your header file exactly, including the file extension. For example, if your header file is named getstring.h, you should include in your program. We did that. Check the include guard on your header file is set up properly. The include guard is used to prevent multiple inclusions of the header file, which can cause error. Yeah, we did that. Make sure your header file is actually included in your program. Well, let's try that. Let's keep it really, really, really simple. Let's make me cringe with that. God, I hate it when it does this. Okay, close out of the, okay, there we go. Okay, so the header, let's just erase all of this and just do print f this works semicolon. Right? That's all we're doing. And then on the console, we're going to include it, and we're just going to do get string. That's all we're going to do. Or not even that, right? Print file, print f, get string.h. Okay. Is that all we're defining? Is just get string.h? Actually, don't know. Is it just get string.h? Is that how that works? How do I actually run it? When you compile and run your program, you know the file will be included correctly. Okay. So let's control Z a lot of this. So this is get string.h. Just copy the code of the function above your main. That works. Okay. Control C. Get rid of this. Control V. Okay, so this should work, right? F. Does not work. Why? Equal sign cannot confirm void to a character on line 9 or line 12. In either case, conversion from a void to a pointer. This is so complicated. Should we not learn C? Is this what we're learning here, chat? Should we learn C++? Character answer instead of a string answer. Character answer instead of string answer. Character with a star? Okay, let's try that. Failed. Equal sign cannot go from void to character. Next question. Should we not learn C++? Should we learn Python? Well, I'm not even necessarily opposed to... Actually, the problem is, chat, is that at this point in our learning experience, we should be at the point where we are like just putting... This whole thing is solved in CS50 because you can just put include CS50. It does all the hard work for you, and then you learn the actual programming. We could be moving on right now, but we hit a brick wall because we don't have access to that header file. How to use the library in CS code. I have Svabe. I'm getting the error. No such file directory. Please help. Oh, I feel you, buddy. I feel you. What's the answer? You should have been include sc50.h not .c. You need to add lcs50 to your compile command. That is assuming the CS50 library is installed correctly, as it's not exactly meant for installing on Windows. I have no experience with that. Oops, I searched and found the answer to my own question. Oh, there it is. Installation, make file, to compile a program from multiple files, usage, example usage. Oh, okay. This is example usage. I just want to download the original thing. Troubleshooting. Just learn with C#. All right, fine. Fine. We'll learn with C#. Tutorial. Oh, sorry, Harvard. Sorry, Harvard. Programming with Mosh. C# for beginners, basics. This guy looks like I'm not going to like him. Career path guide, don't care. I want something that's like an hour long. Yeah, I think it has to be this.
Framework for building applications.
Okay.
Before we understand what CLR is and why we need.
All right, here's what we're going to do, chat. We're going to close out of all that. Now, here's the question, chat. Can I make a Visual Studio Code program as a C#? Wait, this is my test program. Get out of that. Visual Studio Code. Can I do this with C#? Why is this here? GetString.h? Wait. Oh, I put my getString.h as a Visual Studio Code program. Whoops. I don't know if that matters at all. I guess it doesn't. Okay, chat. All right, this is the old one. So let's try C#. Can I do it without new text file, select a language, C#? I can. Now the question is, can I do it without actually having to like reinstall a million things? Because I'm so tired of that, chat. There.
Indeed. Let me explain a
You can, but I don't know if Visual Code has a compiler installed for C#. Let's
little
find
bit
out.
about the history of C#.
Don't care.
At a very high level, when you build an application with C#, your application consists of building blocks called classes.
Oh my god, this is why Harvard was better. Okay, let's keep going. Your first C#. I just want to see if this even works. Okay, go.
Okay, in this video, we're going to have a quick tour of Visual Studio and build a very simple C# application.
Okay.
So here I've got Visual Studio open.
Okay.
Let's go to File, New, Project.
Okay, we did that.
Okay, in this dialog, on the left side, we've got a section called
Okay.
Apps. But in this, ground going to on the left side, select Windows, and on the right side, select Solution or they're so get a little bit intimidated the first time they open Visual.
Namespace? What the fuck? Class, static void main string. This is like the basic one? Guys, is this really easier?
Visual Studio. And that's fair enough because they're
Visual Code has a compiler installed for C#. You can use Visual Studio though. Is it better? Visual, well, in terms of like for newer people. God, this is not like frustrating in the sense of like it's like my own problem. It's frustrating in the sense of like I feel like it's gatekeeping. That's what this feels like. It feels like there's this like wall of like, here you go, little one. Here's all your stuff you have to download before you figure out how to actually program. Like, I feel like I'm not really programming at all in any of this, which is kind of annoying. Not really what I wanted. So let's do open a new project. Oops, I lied. Create a new project. Console application in C#. Okay. Create. I have framework for .NET. Cool. Okay. Okay.
then give a name to your project. So let's call it Hello World, which is a common tradition when learning a new language. And solution to respect. Some developers get a little bit in.
I don't get that though. Console right line hello world. Does that work? Okay, so that worked. Console.WriteLine hello world. That's the whole program? Uh-oh. That seems very unoptimized.
Intimidated the first time they open Visual Studio. And that's fair enough because there's so many menus and panels here that is a bit confusing. But let me tell you something. 90%
Is this really
of
the
the
same
time,
program?
You're going to use only 10% of these or even less. So don't worry about all these menus here. You don't
Okay.
need to use all of them at all times. 90% of the time, all you need is the code editor here. And sometimes you need the Solution Explorer. In fact, I personally hardly ever use Solution Explorer because I do everything with my keyboard.
Okay.
And if you watch my course, Double Your Coding Speed, you will see that everything is possible with keyboard. So you don't need these panels here. You don't need to go
I
to your
do.
mouse and navigate around. You don't
I
really
do.
need the stuff. Also, none of the stuff on the toolbar are ever required. Don't worry about it. Everything you can do with your keyboard. All right, now let's take a look at this first
there we
C#
go.
program. So we created a console application, and on the right side, you see the Solution Explorer panel. In case you don't see that, go to View.
Okay,
And-
so what he's saying is that, or do we have the same thing? Solution Hello World, Solution Console App 2, Console App 2, and then there's a bunch of dependencies and stuff. Okay, I don't know where he's getting properties and references from, but we don't
Select
have that.
Solution Explorer. So at the top, you see we have a solution, which has only one project. Under that, we've got the project called Hello World. Look at these 4 items here.
Okay.
Properties, expand that. We have a file here called assembly info. This is the identification for the assembly that will be produced as a result of compiling this application. So when we
Okay.
compile a console application, we're going to get an executable, and that's an assembly. That assembly has an identification. Look at these attributes here, like the title, description, which is currently not set, company, product, copyright, trademark, culture,
Does that mean?
a GUID, various kind of things, like even version. So these are all part of assembly identification or assembly manifest.
Okay.
In
So
most
it
cases,
comes
you
in
don't
the
have to worry about
.exe.
it. But if you want to create
Did you
an
select
assembly
a
and you wanna
C#
distribute-
console application? I think I did. We could just do a whole new one. File, new, project, C# console application. Okay. Project name. Okay. Yep. Next. Framework. Standard term support. Create. Don't save. So this is the new thing. This is what happens. This is what happens when I do it.
distribute it, send it to other people. Then you may want to come here and give it a proper name and a proper version. So for now, we don't have to worry about it.
Okay.
Under references, you see any assemblies that this project is referencing to do its job.
Oh, I don't have any
When you create a
references. That's
project
why.
with Visual Studio, by default, it adds a reference to a bunch of assemblies that you see here.
Okay.
These are all part of .NET Framework. So at a
Okay.
minimum, Visual Studio assumes you're going to use classes in system assembly or system.data to work with databases and so on.
See, I
You may
believe
not
he selected a
necessarily use
.NET
all these
application.
assemblies in your project,
Oh,
but that's just part of the template. App.config is an XML where we store the configuration for this application. Sometimes you may want to store connection strings to the database, or you may want to have some settings about your application.
using system. Does that work? So if I pipe using system, semicolon, dependencies, analyzers, frameworks. Doesn't actually have the references that he has. Okay.
Collections.generic is used to work with lists, collections, and so on. System.link is used to work with data.
Okay. All I want to do is know the absolute basic. I want to learn the programming part of programming. Start a .NET application. Didn't I do that?
That's why
So if we, I thought I actually did that. File, new project, a ASP.NET Core Web API, .NET. Windows Form app for an application with Windows Forms, WinForms user interface. Console app .NET framework. Oh, is that it? Ah, there we go. Okay, thank you. Okay. So it was the wrong create a file. Okay. Gotcha. Wow, that is so complicated. My dumbass thought, okay, it's 2023. If I'm going to be having a program where I'm like using system semicolon, I thought what would happen is it would just grab the reference automatically. But maybe that's kind of the good part about programming, right? Is you have to do all that nitty gritty. I thought it would just auto include the reference if I'm saying using system, but maybe I have to make my own compiler, chat. Maybe I got to make my own compiler with better systems and more user-friendly start. Jesus.
Why that using statement is active. We are not using any classes defined in other namespaces, and that's why they're grayed out.
Oh, it actually didn't work.
So we can get rid of them to make our code cleaner. You can either delete each one by Control X, like that.
Oh, Jesus. Oh.
Or if you're using ReSharper, you can get rid of all of them by pressing Alt and Enter here and selecting the first option, which is Remove Unused Directives in File. So it's faster.
Oh!
Now let's run the application.
That was cool. So if I click up here and I go Alt Enter, remove unnecessary usings. Whoa. Which is sort of funny that it actually shouldn't do that because I see him still having system there. So mine is different than his, but that's fine.
And F5. So this window that you see here, this black...
Yeah, I know. Okay. So what is the actual syntax here, like the basic? Namespace, which is probably the replacement for main. Hello world. Class. Internal class. None of the above. Class. Oh, no, it's in the thing. Yeah, okay. Class program. Okay. Static. Don't know what that means. Void main. Yes, I want those. Still don't know what that means. Console. Right line. Hello world. Semicolon. Okay, so a lot of that was autofilled, which tells me this is extremely common. And then if we render, this should work. Ah, there we go. Hello world. I even spelt it wrong. Okay, I got that. Okay, that's fine. This is where I'm fine. The dependencies and all that shit, all the fucking headers and all that crap, I didn't like that. I didn't like that at all. But when it came to the actual programming, what little we did of it, this is fun. When I'm actually like typing something and I'm like, this goes here, like running the basics, that's fun. Hello, chat, woo. This is entertaining to me. So I think what I'm going to do, chat, is before we do another programming stream, probably Saturday, we'll do another one very soon. I don't want to do one tomorrow. What we'll do is I'm going to learn to get all the headers and stuff and all that shit done so we can just actually program something. Because the header system was just, it was so dumb, chat. I'm going to be honest. That was like the worst part of it. But like the actual like, here's what this does. Here's what this does. That's super entertaining to me. It's kind of sad that we couldn't really use the Harvard course. That's why I like learning in HTML more than C#. It's super straightforward. Yeah, I don't mind even learning syntax necessarily. I just don't like doing the whole setting up the IDE. Like, I don't think this could have been any more convoluted. Like, don't get me wrong, chat. I love learning hobbies. I love learning new things. I like learning instruments I've never played before. Hence why I have like 3 instruments next to me. All right? I like these things. This is by far the most user-unfriendly hobby I have ever seen in my life, okay? This is shockingly not user-friendly, which is fine. I think it's like a giant brick wall. It's like a learning cliff to get, but I think once you get over that cliff and you get your brain wrapped around the logic, I think it makes sense. But once we actually get to typing, I think it's going to be a lot more fun when we actually do the programming part of it. Gary, music review when? Problem with music review is we have to worry about copyright on YouTube, so it would be not even a Twitch exclusive stream because then the VOD would get muted. So we're complicated, Dialog. Complicated. Maybe if it was like you guys made music and then we would like react to it and then I rate it, but then I would review it in like a way where it's always positive because your guys my community. I don't know. I also like learning things, but this shit is magic. It's not magic. It's just really, really, really convoluted to start. It's non-copyrighted. Well, not today, but we will soon. All right, chat. This is the current plan. We will do another programming stream when I feel more prepared, probably this Saturday, maybe this Sunday. We'll see. And then tomorrow we'll actually do something. This was, I think, an unsuccessful stream. Viewership spiked at like 12 viewers, and then it kind of crashed down to like 3 to 5 after the restart on the stream, which I didn't know I had to like do that in order to install the IDE. But I learned what an IDE is. So, I am going to learn basic syntax and header files. So all we do is not even watch a video. We're not going to watch a video. No more videos. What we're going to do is we're going to play some music and we're going to make a program. We're going to have a goal. Like we'll make something simple like, I don't know, a basic calculator or something like that. Something where like the user gives input on like 2 different numbers or however many numbers they want to add or subtract or multiply or something. And then we'll just have that. I think that's the better way to do it. I think that's going to be more fun. But I'll keep you guys updated on the Discord. Anyway, have a good night, everyone. Have a good evening. Maybe we'll play Path of Exile tomorrow. I don't know. Goodbye. We'll see what language. I think C# did have a better like user experience to start, but part of me wants to go C++ just because it's kind of a meme, and I feel you know you can't always get a goodbye kiss, right, chat? You can't always get one. So you're not gonna get one. Ha!